I think we're starting. I think. Excellent connection.
If I could like get a thing so that I can get on the server with y'all, so I'm here.
Right, yeah.
Ugh.
You got your skin changed to Veronica.
I do have
Yeah.
my skin changed.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
hold on. Please don't tell me that there's something going on with the stream. It's showing like a black screen. Oh, it hasn't fully connected it yet.
Oh.
Oh wait, no.
Real.
Yeah, now it is. Oh, okay. Well, I'm all right. Cool. Oh, why is it now not letting me? Is my internet down? Hold on.
No,
We're good.
we
We're
can
good.
hear
We're
you
good.
just fine.
Okay. What the floop-a-doop? What the Felipe?
What the florp?
What the florp gorp? Okay.
Shikawaga.
No, we're done. We're done.
We're
You're
done.
done. You're done.
You're done.
Hang on. I need to open up.
Oh shoot.
YouTube.
That's a
Oh, there you go.
spoiler. What I have in my inventory is a spoiler. Bye. No one saw that.
Thankfully.
That is
I
not.
don't know, I feel like I should make a
Right.
community
Chat not
post
loading.
saying that the stream has started.
Probably would be a good idea.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And I will also say, for streaming with shaders on, I'm getting a pretty decent frame rate, which is quite nice.
Woo.
Oh, that's because the rest of my programs are absolute, like, shutting down. And the bitrate apparently is terrible. How fun!
Oh, boy.
Well, not terrible, it's just lower. Oh, okay, hold on, no. Now my computer's freezing.
Oh?
Yippee!
Or
Alright, apparently there's 2 people in chat. Watch it be Fox and Thera.
well, I'm
I
just
mean,
trying to get the
I do
chat
have
to
the
load.
stream up.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat isn't loading.
Oh!
I mean, it is now. I can see it.
Okay.
It just loads
'cause
slowly.
I haven't seen anything in chat, and I wasn't sure if. Say something.
see
Can you say something in chat, Fox, just to double check?
Just did.
Okay.
It should pop
so
up
it is
eventually if
working.
it's not there right now.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Welcome, Fox Gaming, to the Q&A session.
Thank you, Corey Champion, for
Zori
welcoming me,
Champion.
Fox Gaming.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
You're not at the other. You're at the other server. The server I mod for. I changed my username to Zori Champion, and my profile picture is real life me mewing with the mewing filter from Snapchat. And
Awful.
the best part is it still keeps my status of dressed to impress with my baddies, and it gives off like this whole energy. No, Silver, you're not late. We started 5 minutes ago. You're good. Welcome.
Dressed
Raul,
to impress with my
dressed to impress with my baddies.
Mm.
There's a couple, like,
Did you send
actual
the
servers.
pack?
No.
Did you send the pack to Vera?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
there's chat.
Wait.
Yeah, I will post
Okay, thank goodness.
the
I'm
update.
sharing my game rather than my desktop, or rather than my display, so nobody's seeing my Discord right now, which is fantastic.
I will notify the server.
Thanks. Oh yeah.
Hi,
I can hear you.
Roses.
Hello,
Welcome,
Roses.
welcome.
I don't think I've seen you before, so I'm glad.
That is my wonderful wonderful significant other.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm sending it to you. Yes, it's small enough of a file. Thank goodness. All right, back to
It works with Nitro.
Minecraft.
Let's go. Yeah, woo,
let's
yeah,
go.
baby.
Lamar. Ear of my eye. Oh, I got pinged in the server. How about the series? Recently, want to get into it, please. Silver, get Chaotic Roses into the series. Tell them all about it.
Get your
Well, I mean, a
friends,
Q&A
get
is a
your
great way to start.
get your friends, get your family, get your siblings.
I should probably
To
put
spread the word.
music in
Get
the
your
background.
mortal
I need,
enemies.
I need to figure out what music I'm gonna put in the background. I want to just put like Pokemon music, but that might prevent my stream from like being viewed. I don't know.
If
I
you want,
think
you can use
Pokemon music
Pyrope.
is-
You can use the Pyrope OST.
Yeah. Do you have that uploaded? I do.
No,
I have my 8
unfortunately
songs, but
not.
they're the looped version, so you'd hear one track for 40
Yeah.
minutes straight.
Yeah. I mean, we could also like do
I don't mind us figuring out the stream
I
stuff
was
while
thinking
streaming.
maybe yeah, all good, all good. I was gonna say Undertale OST, but like there's the whole thing with Materia that went down, so I'm not sure about that.
You could just play like Kevin McLeod or something. Like we could play it safe. Undertale Yellow music. Ooh.
Undertale Yellow or just regular Undertale and Deltarune, because I know Toby's wish is that anyone is free to use his music. It's just like the media label he's signed on to or whatever.
We could just ask Toby.
Had
Fox.
some trouble with Undertale Yellow. But like Toby's stance is if you get a claim, dispute it, and the company will make sure to remove the claim.
We have our first question. Silver asks, what is
Oh,
the
first
historical
question.
background of the Osmium region? Are there any legendary or mythical Pokemon unique to the region? Ooh. What ancient myths or legends are integral to the plot? That is a Fox question.
That is a great question. So let me actually let me unpack here for a second. Hi, I am Fox. I guess we should just do introductions in general. So Corey here is, you know, he's the owner of the channel and the video uploader and the series, you know, co-director and just owner of the series. As for myself, I am the like overall creative lead behind Osmium. Corey takes lead in Haytide.
Yeah.
But I take lead in Osmium. I forget how Osmium came to be. I think we were just talking about doing a Pixelmon series.
I think, yeah.
And then we learned about Cobblemon and we decided to change to that.
Yeah, so funny enough, the production for Osmium was supposed to be much less than what it turned into. And while we were
we just kept having too much fun.
Yeah, while we were reworking on trying to get Haytide back out, after that big hiatus that we had about a year ago or so, we were like, we should probably have some sort of filler series that it is easier to make to like kill time, just to have the filler content out essentially. Then it kind of turned into like this whole story,
this whole side thing.
Yeah, this whole side thing. And then we was like, oh, Cobblemon's new. Nobody's made a Cobblemon roleplay before. Let's do it. So we did. And then it turned into Osmium, and that's why episode 1 of Osmium is like mostly first person, because that's what the series was initially going to be. And then I was thinking, like, if this is the first time somebody's done a Cobblemon roleplay, like, we should make it that nobody can one up. Yeah, we don't want to make one where somebody could just steal our idea or just do our idea and one up us on the quality. So we might as well make our version good too. So.
Yeah, so the region is called Densur, Densur. It's a pun on the fact that Osmium is a very dense metal, like the densest. As for the question of the historical background, that will actually be looked into in future episodes and explored upon. I've put a fair amount of thought into like the history, the background, the the legends and whatnot. I'm not sure what I can or should say on the matter.
I mean,
I will say what.
I was gonna say, since you are like the story writer for the series, I kind of want to leave it up to you on like what you wanna, as long as it's nothing like Fakemon related, because that's kind of my aspect of the series. But anything story related, whatever you want to say, like I don't want to stop you.
Okay. I will say yes. There are 3 main legendaries to the denser region, 2 of which will be very familiar to some people. And that's my take on the question.
How long have you been planning this series? So, from its conception to the release of the first episode, maybe about a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it was supposed to be quite a low production, last minute thought series at the beginning. But as we were releasing episodes, is when we decided, oh, let's put more thought into this.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the plot that we thought of since episode 1. So, but
Mhm.
yeah.
You need to tell me that you've only thought of some, or that you invited me to a project that you've only been thinking about for a month before starting production.
Well, to be fair, we invited you in for specifically Haytide, which had a lot more thought and
Yeah.
planning put into it, like years.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I started conceptualizing Haytide like the last couple months of 2021. So
Mhm.
that's been
Fair enough, fair enough.
Haytide.
Also, I haven't
Haytide.
been- Also, I haven't been introduced. Hi, I'm Fiera. I'm the HR of the entire production team.
Yeah, production team,
I'm in charge
HR,
of keeping everybody from
ripping
going
each
at
other's
each
throats
other.
out.
that is a question for me, Silver. There will definitely be more regional variants in the future. I will not say what the Mons are. There
Mhm.
may be some. I'm trying to think. Do they show up soon? don't think
I'm
we've
thinking.
decided yet. I guess we always keep
Not too soon.
Not too soon. I know we just released Denser and Solosus. I will say there is a new Fakemon, non-regional form Fakemon being introduced in the next episode. And I will also say, just as one little hint, that it is a mon that does not evolve.
Mhm.
In fact, it is the first Fakemon in the series being shown so far that doesn't evolve and only has one stage. Can we get a Solosus close-up, please? Yeah, sure.
The only thing that I want to comment on the appearance of any other like regional forms is before the end of the season, you will get at least one other look.
Will there be custom split evolutions? Yes, I've been designing the Fakemon decks, and I have made at least one, maybe 2 so far, evolution lines that have a split evolution. There's all. Okay, I almost said something that would have been spoilery because that concept hasn't been revealed yet. Forget I said a second thing, but yeah, the first thing,
One thing I will say, I'm not going to give any spoilers to the series because I'm mean like that. But one thing I will say is I am very excited for one of the Fakemon that we're going to be introducing in season 2.
Oh yes, because you designed it.
Oh, for some reason, the bot in your server, Corey, didn't announce that we were live.
You have admin privileges. You can ping them.
Should I put it in the pinup board?
Yeah, put it in pinup board.
Okay, yeah.
Or actually, you know what? Instead of pinup board, put it in general. A lot of people have pinup board muted.
Okay.
So if we're going to ping it, I'd rather it not be in pinup board. So excited for season 2.
In your opinions,
I mean,
which Pokemon in this series is best? Are
That
you
is a
talking
great
about
question.
what we've shown so far, or what we have in the future?
It's
Because we can only really give specific details to one of those questions. The other one is just going to basically be you're going to have to see.
yeah. In your opinions, which Pokemon in the series? Oh, in this series is. Oh yeah, no. I will say, At this point of the mons I've designed so far, my favorite right now is definitely Dinsurian Solosis, but I'm sure as I design more mons, it will probably not be my favorite anymore. But, yeah. I really like Jarahani as well. I know Jarahani's barely been shown. You'll see Jarahani a little bit more in a future episode. I'll just say that. But I'll tell you about Jarahani because he was shown in episode 5. That was the mon that Veronica battled.
Alright, pinged.
Yep. This is
Jarahani
Jarahani.
is definitely my favorite Fakemon that we've added so
Hey,
far.
Pun!
Oh, yeah, Pun was in here earlier. You said
my personal favorite Fakemon, I think, is Akita Thorn.
Okay, yeah. Akita Thorn is a fan favorite from everybody, from what I've seen. Everyone loves Akita Thorn. I designed Akita Thorn back in like 2016 or 2015. It's
Yeah.
a good mon.
It's a fan favorite.
It's a fan favorite.
It's a really good mon.
Can we get a sneak
That is up
this?
to Corey.
This.
That is, yeah, this
we
set.
are here. This is Route 3. This is where the main trio will
The
be
set
in
of the next episode. Yep.
This is definite. This might be a little bit spoilery, actually. We're gonna. But yeah, this whole set is what they're exploring in the next episode. So this is your preview. As we get later towards the episode, I may drop the thumbnail, kind of like what I did with the Haytide episode today. But that's pretty much it. Yo,
still
Cody,
wearing
Weedle. Cody,
Weedle.
have you watched Osmium? Cody, you'd love Osmium. Cody is one of my old mods from when I used to stream Pokemon content and Nintendo content. Can we, your viewers/fans, ask to have a Fakemon the request in the series? So I actually replied to somebody asking that earlier, and maybe you, and maybe somebody else. Not this season, but a future season, 2 or 3, probably 2.
Mhm.
I do want to have a like a voting thing where you guys submit entries in like one evolution line.
Yeah,
gets picked.
we can set up a like Google form for that.
I don't want to do that too much though, because like the Densurian Fakemon Dex has a certain purpose, and it's so I don't want it to be too much of just insert this and this and this.
Weedle better be
be
endgame boss.
Sure.
Does Akita Thorn evolve? If so, does it have a split evolution or a straightforward evolution? And is it a 2-stage or a 3-stage?
That's a question for Corey.
Akita Thorn is a 3-stage mon. I know that I wanted to save that for later, but I'll just say it. People keep asking. It's a 3-stage mon. I know it looks kind of big for one, but that's because its 3rd stage is big.
Yeah. It also does not have a split evolution.
Oh yeah, it does not. It's just a straight up evolution thing.
Yep.
Well, because I have a lot of Fakemon made around, I was like, oh, well, you could definitely submit them when we do that poll in the future, probably sometime next year. I don't know. He big.
Be big. I kind of want to work on this pathway a little bit more.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you remember what the brush was that we used? It was sphere.
For which?
I need to
Oh,
turn off the
it was sphere. Well, I know you got rid of the sand, so I believe it was just dirt
path,
dirt,
and
coarse
dirt.
dirt, and dirt path.
Yeah,
and
but
Podzol,
what's the
apparently.
but what's the percentage? Do you remember?
They were all the same, so you don't need to add a percent.
Okay.
They were even
Yeah.
with each other.
Dirt path.
Will Akita Thorn have a special form or another form based on gender?
I don't know about the gender yet. That has not come across my mind. If I decide on that,
Actually, what gender
you'll
is
find out,
Corey's
but I don't
Akita
know.
Thorn?
I believe it's.
Check your PC.
I don't want to check the PC
Oh
because there's
yeah,
spoiler
no.
on.
Wait, hang on. We can check
We can go to
prior
the,
footage.
We can go to a prior episode and look at his like.
But I
first
want to
person.
say Akita Thorn is male.
I think it's female. That's why I don't. I don't know.
What was the hardest Pokemon to make?
I feel like
Ooh.
okay, so because I don't have any like first-hand experience making these Pokemon, I can't really say too much, but I want to say my prediction is always going to be the first one, Pillazant.
So it depends on what specifically you're asking. Are you saying the toughest to design or the toughest to model / implement in the game? Because there's a different answer.
Because I remember we were struggling with like the coding
Oh, we
on,
were
on
struggling
trying
so much
to
with
implement Pilizant
Welcome
first.
in, Shatakui. I'm so glad you made it.
Welcome.
Yeah, as I've added more Fakemon in, they've gotten easier and easier to implement, which has been extremely nice. We used to have somebody do it for us. Welcome in, Dragon Master. Thank you for plugging the stream, Fira.
I didn't.
Oh,
Monster goes everywhere.
Dragon Master just senses where you are. Are we going to get a Densurian Burmy? I've not finished the decks yet, but from what I have so far, no. But that doesn't mean it's a definitive no.
I think what I want for this path is less dirt, maybe.
So, if Silver, if you're referring to like the hardest Fakemon to design so far, ooh, Vespet, I remember I just could not get a solid design for quite a bit. Escuerlo, once I finally figured out what it was based off of, it kind of clicked for me. But it had a lot of beta designs where it was based off something else. Or a few.
I think the original idea for the Mon that evolved into Esquirlo was it was going to be like a scorpion.
Well, it didn't evolve into Esquirlo. The gym
Well,
leaders...
no, not evolve, but like the original Mon that it was going to be, that the idea then became.
That was one of the beta designs. I shared that in a community post. That was a beta design for Esquirlo. It was supposed to initially be like a scarab Pokemon. And I changed it to be an armadillo. Oh, I love this question. How are you? I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. We are doing well.
We are alive, and that is all you need to know.
Hello, Dragon Master. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I missed any. I don't think I've missed any questions. Oh, what a silly question.
Okay, there we go. We have more of a.
Oh my god,
pathway
there's
through
13
the
people in the
woods
street. Hello?
Let's go.
Let's go!
Excuse me?
Remember to leave a like.
Please leave a
Remember
like.
to leave a like on the stream.
Jeez, okay.
And please
share. You think would
Yeah.
enjoy Pokemon?
Yeah.
This is fun. This
Are we
is
going
like
to get
better
an
than my
Osmium
usual game
Pokeball?
stream.
An Osmium Pokeball.
That's a Fox question.
I haven't put any thought into like custom Pokeballs for that matter, just because I don't really see a need for one.
If someday you had the skill to make this an official game, would you take it?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I
would love
myself
this to become an official game.
I myself have dabbled in fan game creation for Pokemon.
I also So,
Yeah.
funny enough, this region is like the third installment of this story / region I've been trying to tell. It was originally a game / MS Paint animated series, which I will never show. Well, maybe one day. And then I turned it into a comic, or like I did it as a comic.
Likes.
And then I remade it as this. But I will say all three of those installments are very different from each other. That you would barely even know that they were the same thing.
Osmium in its. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon?
Can y'all guess what my favorite Pokemon is?
Gee, I wonder.
It's actually the evolution of...
If we're talking like official Pokemon, I'd say my favorite is probably Raboot.
You like the stages.
The Cinderace line stuck out to me.
I'm gonna have to go with Zorua or Shiny Umbreon. Purely
but yeah.
because of the looks.
Why did I feel like your favorite was Sylveon?
But yeah, as I was saying before, Osmium in its current state is a lot different, because Corey has shown me the original series that this is kind of based off of. it's a lot different from both takes. Namely in character choice and like Pokemon designs and whatnot, and plot beats.
Silver, I wasn't sure if you were referring to a regional Shinx or a regional Spheal, but I don't know about either of those yet. I have not designed ones, so
I think they're
Stay
talking about a
tuned.
regional spiel.
okay. Well, either way, for either of them,
Regional
stay tuned.
feel.
I have
Yeah,
not
we don't really
designed
know.
one yet,
Yeah.
so
What are the significant subplots that add depth to the series? How do these subplots intersect the main plot? Are there any recurring themes or messages in these subplots?
I don't know if I can answer that because that may be considered spoilers for that matter.
yeah.
There isn't really much of a theme to the series overall. It's mostly just like your typical Pokemon anime, like like the original series with Ash, Misty, Brock, all that jazz, but with our characters. For now, I will say that the plot does develop further and turn into more of like a black and white and X and Y kind of story importance, if that makes sense.
If I may add one thing, I personally don't consider it spoilery because I'm not saying what it is, but very soon, the tone of the series will change.
Mhm.
That's all I'll say.
One thing that
Yeah.
I kind of consider a subplot that intersects with the main plot of the thing is probably going to be Veronica's journey in as a Pokemon coordinator.
Well,
And it
yeah,
does kind of develop the plot because
I do see your point there. Okay.
it kind of does develop the plot because as much as Veronica hates Chelsea, in a way she also sort of takes inspiration from her.
Mhm.
I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you'll see an example of it in, I believe, the next episode.
Yes.
Mhm.
As long as we're going like to that depth and like try to explain certain character subplots, I will say we currently have. Let's see. There's. Hang on. Let me run some numbers in my head.
All right, as you're doing that, I want to answer Chaotic's question. And the answer to your question, Chaotic, is watch Osmium episode 10.
Mhm.
That's my answer.
My answer would have been plain and simple, probably Chelsea.
There's another character that I feel as fits more anti-hero, at least in this point of the story.
Mhm.
That is fair. I feel like both can fit, though.
Both.
They're both such assholes, but
Oh, yeah. Actually, I guess, like... Yeah, because Chelsea's kind of irredeemable, so if you like Chelsea for being irredeemable, then yeah, I would say Chelsea. But if
Okay.
you're saying a character that has both good and bad qualities, then I'd say Zik.
So I did some like counting in my head. On top of the main plot, which is like, you know, get region, get badges, become champion. There is, I believe, like 4 different other side stories that are active,
Oh, yeah.
and I will say one of them is explored in episode, I believe, 6, and then another one in episode 10.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole like Veronica being a coordinator thing, which is just
Yeah.
like a side character motive, but it does add to the plot in that it furthers Veronica's character and gives us some insight into Chelsea.
Will you make different side
Will you make
videos for
different side
different real life holiday / events? I mean, we've already been doing that in Haytide. I'm pretty sure that's probably why you asked that question.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna keep
So-
that concept just for Haytide, just because the Osmi. If we do a holiday themed episode for Osmi, it would probably be based on a made up holiday for the region.
Mhm.
That could be inspired by a real life holiday, but it wouldn't be directly that.
Yeah, like Delibird Day instead
Yeah.
of Christmas. I mean, we also kind of technically already did do that with the Igglybuff episode.
Yeah. It wasn't.
That's
based
but that's
on anything,
that's
though.
kind of more like a town event
Yeah.
holiday sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess
As
they
opposed
were
to, like, a regional thing.
specifically
Voiced by
celebrating the
me.
summer solstice, though. So I don't know.
So fun fact, actually, about the holiday episodes for Haytide, the Halloween and the winter special ones. They were intended to be released or back when we had like a lot more optimism on how fast we could get these episodes out. They were intended to be released last October and
Yeah. So for
December.
so for context, everything that you've seen in Haytide, was supposed to be released 6 months earlier. So
Mhm.
that's why we got a Halloween episode in May. I guess I should say 7 months.
Yeah,
That's why we got a Halloween
and
episode
why
in
we got
May
Christmas in
and
July.
So, yeah.
Which still kind of fits because that's like a whole,
It's a whole thing, and so I took advantage.
it's a whole thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything you regret adding / not adding to this series? No, not
Yeah,
really.
I feel like since we're so early on in the series, anything that we still want to add, we kind of can. We still have a lot of leeway. So I don't think we
have
hit
a lot of
that
wiggle room.
barrier. I don't think we've hit that barrier just yet, or that hurdle.
Yeah.
Daily Bird Day.
The
That's
series
cute.
is
We
still
could do that.
relatively new.
Yeah. Christmas in July is a meme. We respect that here, lol. Cody, I'm gonna spawn a Weedle just for you.
Yeah.
Weedle. Weedle has a needle.
Weedle.
So yeah, wow, 4 different side stories. Yeah, Osmium's fun. I should probably like world edit instead of just jumping around. I should also probably put on music. I don't know why I've not done that yet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do you guys want music? You guys want Pokemon music or Undertale music? Oh, we could do a poll. We could do a poll.
Oh yeah, true. How do we do a poll here?
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
Will there be a time where one of the characters' Pokemon either gets released or goes rogue because of the trainer?
That is a good question.
You'll
I
find out.
want to.
I don't think we're getting answered that question. So.
I think that one would add a little bit of spoilers.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it does happen, but I think if we say it does happen or doesn't happen is too much for me to give away. So.
True.
All we're gonna say is keep watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will there be a time? Oh wait.
We already answered that one.
Reread the question.
Maybe
We already
like a
answered.
celebration of Butterfreeze. Ooh, now you're giving me ideas. That would be cool. If we had that kind of thing. So, you guys like Route 3? I really like how
Route 3.
looks.
We should continue working on that.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So, we have drawn up an entire map of the region. Route 3 leads us closer. Well, it leads us away from the desert valley that's in the middle of the region, and closer to more verdant areas. But in particular, and I can say this because we've already dropped the name, and it's shown in the intro sequence. More closer to the heart of the region, Mount Borstal.
Oh yeah, we've name dropped that in episode 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
approaching
you've
that.
seen like a representation of it in the intro. I have no idea if it's gonna look the same.
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
question.
Sorry about that. I was just grabbing dinner. Let's see
All good.
if I've missed anything.
Just talking about Mount Borstal a little.
Okay. Alright.
Try to patch up this hole in the side of this cliff here. Well, that it decided
like the
to be
trees.
weird with how this came out. But yeah,
If I were to decide a regional bee drill, it would be bug grass.
Bug grass is interesting.
I would probably design it to have a similar design to a carpenter bee, which is kind of why I chose the grass one. Would either be bug grass or bug ground.
Interesting.
Because I feel like a carpenter bee would go quite well with...
Bee drill, a carpenter.
Well, I didn't even think of that. I just like carpenter bees. But now that you mention it... But, like, I would design it after... I would probably design it after a carpenter bee, so it would either be bug grass or bug ground.
Yeah, keep these questions coming. We'd
Yeah.
love to hear some more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Does that mean regional Weedle?
No, it's just a
again,
hypothetical.
Hello, Millie Mochi Cutie. I hope I said that right. I hope that's...
If
What unique environmental features and landmarks can be found in the Osmium region that influence the behavior and abilities of the Cobblemon in the roleplay? Mount Borstal
Wow.
is probably the most...
Okay, hitting us with the real
one-on-one.
scientific questions.
yeah, as Fiora was saying, Mount Borstal is probably the most prominent landmark in Denser. It's featured in the intro. It's the heart of the region. All of the towns revolve around it. I will say I have thought of other like landmark-ish locations, but they aren't really too important as Borstal, considering that's like the center of the region, you know. As for how they influenced Pokemon, we don't really have an answer for that. We weren't really thinking of like a Pokemon, you need to bring your electric type here in order to evolve it, sort of thing.
Well, there is going to be an episode somewhere in Season 2.
We weren't...
But I'm not going to go into any more further detail.
Yep. So we're stopping it right there.
Focuses on Season 1. Focuses on Season 1.
Yeah. Let's try
I
to
like
not
YouTube
say...
way too much. That's valid.
We're not going to say anything about Seasons 2 or 3.
Yeah. Mostly because we still need to write Seasons 2 and 3.
I didn't want to
Just
share that,
excited
but yeah,
for
you're right.
something That's going to happen in Season 2. I'm sorry. Are there any mythicals or legendary mons you really like?
There is...
Well, there's this one in the series finale. No, I'm kidding.
There's this one in the series finale. All I can say is that there is. All I can say is that I look forward to the future of the series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
you
that
add custom Cobblemon types to the series? If so, what will they be?
No.
Nope. That thought
Absolutely
did come
not.
across my head, but no.
Hmm?
A, it's too hard to implement. B, we don't really need to add another type to the whole, like, yeah.
Yeah, plus that would require us to recode the base Cobblemon.
That's what I meant by it's too hard
thing
to
itself.
implement.
Yeah. So the way our implementation of Fakemon works is like this isn't like Pokemon Essentials where implementing a new type is as simple as any add-on can do it. You just gotta type this, that, there, and there you go. No, for adding in a new Fakeamon, it's a lot more tedious. Sorry, I'm drawing a little blank on how I can describe what I'm trying to think for the answer of that question.
Did the Steelix survive? Yes.
How many episodes will each season have? 30.
Yes, we are looking at
How do the various towns and cities in the Osmium region differ in terms of culture, traditions, and type of Pixelmon, Pokemon that are commonly found there, or are they just towns we made up?
Dang, really hitting us with the thinkers. Also, Fira, I would like to ask to wait until I'm done before you
Oh, sorry.
ask. Yeah.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
How do the towns... Hang on, I need to read the question for myself in order to figure it out. How do the various towns and cities in the Osmium region, denser region, differ in terms of culture, traditions, and the type of Cobblemon, not Pixelmon, that are commonly found there, or just Pokemon straight up? Or are they just towns you made up? They are towns that we've made up, but the way that the towns are implemented is we're planning... Like, the towns are going to be influenced by where they are built, right? So, for example, a small town like Fellow or Prima, which is in the, like, verdant green plains areas, wouldn't be too different from each other. But in comparison with, like, Sandpit, which is, in a literal sandpit desert, which is known to have sandstorms, of course they would build out of the local resources, and they would build to protect themselves from natural weather phenomena like sandstorms, which is probably a good explanation for the wall that surrounds the town. But yeah, just the towns are influenced by where in the region we will build them. And then the types of Pokemon are more so influenced based around, like, again, where in the region versus, like, the towns. The only time we have done anything specific to like, a town has been the shiny Bundle of Joy Igglybuff.
So
at least so far.
So to add on to the whole Sandpit thing with the walls, my main reason for adding the walls was to add on to the effect of the city being like an oasis. It, like, blocks it off for the rest of the desert. So I guess you could say to protect it, but it's more just to, like, differentiate it from the rest of the desert. Be like, here's this thing. It's so different from the rest of this barren desert, and it's blocked off by a wall.
Yeah.
Like terrain shock, I don't know. Not the legal name, Cody. I'm glad I fixed the music. I know it started off. No, because literally the song that started playing the playlist was like, when I think of lo-fi Pokemon music, I think of this specific national park song. I'm like, they're gonna play this song first. Lo and behold, they played this exact remix song first, which I think is hilarious. It was already stuck in my head before it started playing. The infamous Glitch City National Park remix. Jeez, I feel like I'm about to go over Pokemon leaks. More questions, more questions. Should I be using Corey instead of... No, I mean, like, it's been out there. I don't know. Now that, like, I got a job and stuff. I try to be a little bit more careful. So.
What's for
You're good, you
dinner?
didn't know. What's for dinner? I'm eating cod and rice and asparagus right now.
Cod, rice, and asparagus.
That sounds delicious.
It
I'm
is
not eating
absolutely delicious.
it.
Noted.
Are there specific challenges or competitions unique to this region? That isn't just being Corey or a top,
Ooh,
being champion or a top coordinator. Being Corey.
Not that we've planned so far.
yeah, I can't think of any.
Mhm.
That's not to say that one could appear, but like we said earlier,
Yeah.
we've not really planned out the other seasons past season 1. All I'm gonna say is don't expect one to be dropped in season 1.
The whole thing of this is the series is a lot more character focused versus like the minutia of the region, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like Veronica's a coordinator, so of course we're gonna show off coordinator stuff. Ben wants to challenge the gyms, so of course we're gonna show off gym stuff. And Corey and Zik, they're also challenging the gyms on their way, but they are working to complete the Pokedex. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of Pokemon research out on the field, bringing up the decks. You know, like a Pokemon name, the insert category here. You know, like your typical early Pokemon anime, fun kids going on an adventure stuff.
Welcome in, Neffy and KNZ channel. Welcome to the stream. Jara
Welcome
Honey,
in,
my
welcome
freaking
in.
beloved, that is why I sent him out. We all love and worship and adore Jara Honey. I'm just gonna
So
say
when are we
he
going
will
to
be getting
see
his own
Corey and the
episode soon.
gang fly on one Pidgey? Or not?
The season 2 intro. No, I'm
The
kidding.
season 2
Excuse me?
intro.
No kidding.
I know no one asked this, but I kind of want to just say I think we should have a different intro theme.
I thought that was a Pokeball you
season
was
2?
doing the boy.
Yeah, no. There's also just this like random orb of blue wool down here.
Oh, someone call it. Hello? No, we're good. Yeah,
I need
that
your
happens
honey,
when you
you
miss
Beatrix.
the world edit. It just goes over there.
Yeah.
Just like Pixel Dip, will you be able to animate the Cobblemon moves? If I do any, hold on, no, this is a question for me.
Okay. Okay.
If I do any more scenes in Blockbuster, which I plan on doing, I do.
Yeah.
But if it's filmed without Blockbuster, I am way more limited and would have to wait for Cobblemon themselves to add battle animations. So
Which
Yeah.
we do have some.
yeah, like the Steelix scene, and I'm sure he's referring to that. But I will say you will see more.
No. I just meant like in Cobblemon there are certain moves that have animations and whatnot. It was added in like one of the more recent updates.
Oh, well, we have
So
the most recent
first
update.
person battle scenes will be a lot more dynamic than just click button.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Do you wanna battle to show it off?
Yeah, here. Well, I'm sure not all the mons have them implemented. I'm sure the Kanto starters do.
Not every mon, I don't think, but
Let's-
certain moves.
Let's battle with like Charmander and Squirtle or something. Mons that we know have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Oshawott does. So I'm just gonna use Ben's team.
Mac mentioning the gang riding on a Pidgey has actually given me an idea, but I'm not going to say out loud because it will be spoilers. But I will send it.
Okay,
in
yeah.
the,
So watch.
Yeah. Neffy, so the one thing for the Q&A session, I want to answer that question so bad. I really do. We're trying to keep it for season 1 just because I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Mhm.
So just to give us some Q&A content for the future, we will keep some
Mhm.
things a secret. All right, let's see this. Let's see this. Oh. Fight. Go for a scratch. Okay. I knew he had a fainting animation. And
Yeah.
I see that the Oshawott has his
Water gun. Like here, I'll do tackle
Scowl
now.
it out.
Scout chop.
Scale chop. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, like there's impact.
Okay, like impact. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like. moving
Well,
limbs.
certain moves will cause them to do that. Hang on, let me see if tail whip.
You know what? That opens up a lot of more filming possibilities.
Mhm.
So that's nice. Which character gives off the most gremlin energy in your opinion? Veronica. Veronica. Although Zika's a contender, but Veronica.
Veronica is a little gremlin, and Corey actually told me that that's part of the reason why he asked me to voice her.
Well, it's kind of the other way around. Once you started voicing her, I wanted to change how she was as a character to match you.
Yeah.
Because she was
Veronica...
before you voiced her, she kind of had zero personality.
Veronica in Haytide initially was a very like reserved character. She wasn't really sassy or like all that more like open in comparison. Also Corey, yeah, there you go.
I just realized that. Lol. Get this, the rest of my team I think are level 1s. Guys, look, it's Pillizant. Give me a blue circle emoji if you love Pillizant in the chat. I don't freaking know.
Yep.
Oh no, that leveled up Caesar. Well,
hang on.
No, it's okay because
well, yeah, fair. Like that was its level during episode 10. So.
Yeah. When's the crossover episode? If we ever do a crossover between Haytide and Osmium, it would obviously not be canon.
Yeah.
Currently, I've not thought of anything like that, but that's not to say that it will never happen. So,
if anything, you could treat Osmium more like a game in the Haytide world, because like in the most recent Haytide episode, Corey gets Pokezons, which is like the Haytide Pokemon off-brand, which is kind of the original name of the Osmium idea way back when. Not like Osmium the Minecraft series, but just like when like Corey said, when it started off as like a MS Paint animated series.
The CCU Corey Cinematic Universe. I will never sell out like that. I'm sorry.
Corey, why don't you have a pinned comment telling the people to try and keep their questions to season 1? Just a thought.
Pins
Thank you,
that exact comment.
Cody.
Pins that exact comment.
Hang on. No, I got it. Please keep all questions.
Out of the characters that we know of so far, which character would you say is the most scared of bug-type Pokemon?
Did we ever make Veronica afraid of bugs?
No.
No, she thought Pillizant was cute.
I can't pin.
I can pin. There you
go. Oh, you already pinned. I feel like it would be Chelsea.
Oh,
did I miss because I had the video on mute. What was your previous question?
It was the one about the Cobblemon moves. Oh, you just missed our whole battle showing the new animation.
Yeah. Okay. So, certain Cobblemon moves already have like battle effects. So, if anything, we'll just use that. If we want something more dynamic, we will use the models in Blockbuster. Like we did with the Steelix stuff in the previous episode. Or we will like try to just animate over it using certain images like we did in the past. Although I feel like that is going to be phasing out a lot more. Or just over time is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
As for adding in custom moves, no. The only guides for Cobblemon that they give us on how to add custom stuff is how to add custom Pokemon.
Yeah.
There isn't really a guide for adding custom moves.
I want to so bad though.
If there was a guide for making custom moves, we probably would.
Yeah.
If this project turns into a fan game, like that question was asked before, I would say we would totally add custom moves and that like signature stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks that we still have to abide by the limitations of the base mod. So there's so many things we want to do that we either just have to wait to do or just can't do outright, and it sucks.
Either because
When
there just
slash if-
isn't any documentation on how to do it, or we just don't know.
Oh yeah.
When/if we make this into an official fan game for Pokemon, we would probably absolutely add custom moves.
Chelsea sounds like a materialistic type, so maybe she'd be afraid of bug type.
I wouldn't necessarily say afraid, but she would be kind of like grossed out. Like it's more like of a blah thing versus like a misty sort of afraid of bugs. Ew, gross.
If there's gonna be any character that's like afraid of something, it would probably be Veronica, but we already have her afraid of the dark, so I don't know if we'd make her afraid of bugs.
Which is a trait that is seen in the intro with the Sableye.
And also
that
just all
jumps
of
out.
episode 6 in general.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, hang on. What has been your favorite part of working on Osmium so far? Definitely character interaction. Just being able to figure out like the dynamics of the group and how they interact with each other, and figuring out like, okay, they caught this Pokemon. How does this Pokemon interact? Or like, what's this Pokemon's personality, or what's this character's personality? For me, I just love writing stuff between characters.
I love that Matt called nephew.
Nephew.
I would say that my favorite part is designing the Fakemon. I always have fun going in depth with that, and then just the premieres. I think just seeing the reception. It's very hard.
I also have a lot of fun making the battle music.
Oh yeah, composing all. That's also fun.
If you've noticed, we have custom battle music occasionally. I made Ben's rival battle theme, but although the original melody was composed by Corey, I made the Team Monarch encounter and battle themes that we heard in episode 6. Corey made, I believe, the gym theme that was shown off.
I showed the Zik battle theme. I made the Zik battle theme.
Yeah.
I made the gym battle theme. I'm planning on making more themes in the future, but Fox does most of the music for Osmium, and I do all the music for Haytide. So, if you did make this into a fan game, would you make the fan game voice acted, or would it be like the regular Pokemon games with just text?
Probably regular Pokemon games, because we would need to.
Yeah, I would say it as this: if you want to listen to the story with voice acting, watch this show.
Yeah, watch the series.
Watch the show.
Okay, next question. What inspired you guys to make a Cobblemon roleplay, or just the story of Cobblemon in general? So this was already addressed like towards the start of the stream, but I'll be happy to answer again. Corey, I believe Corey approached me with the idea of like a Pixelmon series. I think your main inspiration for that was Pixel Dip, right? Yeah. And then as time progressed, like we were initially planning on it being a Pixelmon series, but then Cobblemon came out. It was like this big new thing, and everyone was talking about it. And Corey came to us and was like, "We should switch over to this." And there was a little bit of hesitancy on my part, but we did make the switch. And honestly, I'm like after working with this mod for so long, I'm kind of glad that we did make the switch, because the Cobblemon mod deserves to shine, and also like we are one of the first people to do something like this with this mod. So we are pioneers.
Yeah, the fact that it's revolutionary at this time, and also just that you can add in custom Pokemon, which is much harder to do with Pixelmon.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that having Fakemon is a huge selling point. So I wanted to hone in on that.
Like, of course, there are certain mechanics that Pixelmon has implemented that I wish we could do. And of course, Pixelmon has, you know, different animations and whatnot.
Yeah, we're a little bit more limited in some resources since we're using Cobblemon, but it's an ever-growing
But as
mod.
time progresses, yeah, the mod is going to grow, and hopefully we will get to see more stuff be implemented by the official team or by people, the fantastic add-on community, as time goes on.
Hold on, I feel like I
feel like
missed a
another-
question. Welcome in, Nay, by the way. I
Wait,
meant to...
Hang on, will there be any drama between the main characters? There kind of already is with, like, Zik and Ben, Chelsea, and Veronica, because our main trio that we follow, Corey, Ben, and Veronica, on a journey, they are, like, of course, the main perspective, but they aren't just the only main characters. Zik, Ethan, and Chelsea, although we show them less, they do have a amount of significance to the story, and the motivations between, you know, the main trio. As for if there will be any conflicts between our main trio, keep watching the series to find out. Smile. Slightly off topic, but can you drop the music playlist for the stream after everything's calmed down? Corey?
Oh, sorry. Slightly off topic, but can you drop the music playlist for the stream after everything is calmed down? So, I do plan on releasing the soundtrack after Season 1 is done. However, I am currently in the works of releasing a couple songs on TikTok. We'll see. I might, just because it will get views. Think about
For a
it.
champion, go follow them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is your refrigerator running? And they sent that at the same time, which leads me to believe that Mac and Neffy are in call with each other. What is y'all's favorite
No,
aspect of working together?
I can see the reaction. Mac Neffy? So that obviously was not planned.
Oh no, I have a feeling that they did that as a show. Mac and Neffy are close, so
Yeah.
I don't know. They'd do that.
Well, but the question was, could we drop the music playlist for the stream and not the series?
Oh, just go on YouTube and look up Pokemon Lo-Fi. That's literally all I did at the search term, and it was a custom radio thing from YouTube Music.
What's y'all's favorite aspect of working together? Corey, I'll let you handle this one first because you did read the question.
Yeah. I think my favorite part, collaboration-wise, with Osmium, isn't necessarily the filming or the building. It's planning out everything. Like, I don't know, just having like executive calls about like this, about the more creative decisions rather than like the scheduling decisions. And just having us like brainstorm and figure things out and just like share our ideas. We don't necessarily need to be debating on if we do something or not, or if we make a certain decision or not. It's just like sharing what we have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes we just go like full on goober mode and just have like the best ideas, and the other person's just like in awe. Like, how the heck did you think about that?
Yeah. That reminds me of when we were planning out the return of Haytide, and we were just like brainstorming so much, and it was like so late at night, and you were like laying in your bed on your phone. You sounded
Oh my
dead tired.
God. Half the scripts for Haytide Season 1B were written by me at 3 a.m. in the morning in my bed. That is why the scripts are so unhinged at times.
3 a.m. in the morning, by the way.
3 a.m. in the morning, yep.
Did you have any difficulties with putting together Pokemon for the
You know, I
characters.
feel like we should hear
That
from
is
the
a
other
Fox
two people in the
question, I
executive
think,
teams on
because
the
I think he
favorite
did a lot with putting the teams together.
aspects of
I did a
working
little
together.
bit, but I know that we recently revamped them. Now that we, I'll just say it now that because there was a point where we hold on, Veronica. Sorry. Hold on, Fira. I was in the middle of answering a question. I will say at one point, we originally designed their teams without knowing we'd have Fakemon, so we went back recently and added Fakemon that haven't been revealed yet to be on teams.
We at least knew from the start that Ben was
So-
going to have a water type starter
So-
because
Hold on. The first time around when we designed the teams, it was mainly me. The second time it was mainly Fox. That's more of where I was getting at. So this is kind of a half me, more relevant to you question. Did you feel like you had difficulty when you reformed the teams recently?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I do struggle, but there are certain like keynotes that I believe just made the most sense and stood out to me. Of course, there are also some decisions that I made that were influenced by like what was going on at the time for me. So, like for example, Ethan having a Rockruff, I feel like with how much we've shown off in Haytide, that we can address that. That is a cheeky nod to Haytide.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea's whole idol outfit and the fact that she had Plusle and Minun, heavy inspiration off of Hoshino Ai and Oshinoko. I was going through my hyperfixation of that show at the time, and also her VA is very like fixated on the show as well.
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon types and starters, you two.
Favorite Pokemon type,
Sorry.
fire starters.
Hi Vin, I forgot to say hi to Vin.
Yeah, hi Vin.
And
Hi
Fira's in chat now too.
Vin. Favorite starters.
Oh, I think when you're done with that question, Fox, I'm sorry. I think Fira wanted to answer her end of the favorite aspects of working together.
Yeah. Sorry. Favorite starters. If we're talking like just lines overall, because I can't really pick one Mon from my favorite starters. Probably the Fuecoco line and the Score Bunny line.
Yeah. My favorite. Ooh, I should say the Pip-Up line. That is definitely my favorite. There's 15 people here, bruh.
Make sure to like the stream.
Make sure to like the stream. What the heck is
make sure to
going
share it
on?
with friends.
Excuse me. My gaming streams didn't even get this much attention, bruh.
Get wrecked.
So yeah, Fira, would you like to answer your take on what's been the most fun working on this series?
I would love to. I feel like you also didn't get a chance to answer that, but
I did. It was more so like agreeing with Corey on like the whole like brainstorming section.
Fair enough. So, I was in the production team before I became part of the executive team, so I'm just kind of happy to be included. To be completely honest, I do enjoy getting to work with Corey and Fox on some of the ideas for how Osmium and Haytide will kind of go as the story evolves and continues on. I also enjoy the fact that Corey basically remodeled Veronica to match my level of gremlin. And also I, in a way, kind of get to boss these two around because I'm keeping everybody in the team from going at each other's throats.
You have the water guns pointed at our heads.
I have the water guns. Just
real quick, just want to quickly interrupt. Roses, nay, you're not slick. You're not slick. You're not slick.
We are missing. All right. we gotta. I think we need to like quickly like spitball through a bunch of these.
Yeah. Okay. Let me
Lightning mode.
let me read the questions off.
All right.
So let's see. Do you have any difficulty putting together Pokemon for the characters? We already answered that one. Favorite Pokemon types and starters? We already answered that one. Is Denser based off of a real life country, or is it a completely fan made?
Denser.
So the shape.
Hold on, Fox. How about maybe you read the question, then I answer, because I wanted to answer that one.
I also want to answer certain ones.
Okay.
But if you want to answer this one, go ahead.
Yeah. So, it's loosely based off the Pacific Northwest. Like there will be some references to it. The shape of the region is definitely not the shape of the Pacific Northwest. Not all the towns are inspired by stuff there. There's just like a little bit of nods. Geographic-wise, like the connecting regions, it would be in the spot where the Pacific Northwest is. And I will not explain why that's important. I'll just leave it as that.
Let's see. Will some of the characters join Evil Team, like how Jake joined Team Eclipse in the game Pokemon Brick Bronze? Watch the series to find out. That's all I'm gonna say. Anything big like that, we are not going to answer because it would be considered spoilers if we answered a question like that and it turned out to be true or false. So that's why we say watch the series to find out, because, like I said, that's a big development. Who would be the most likely of the cast to take a bad gamble and come out of it greatly? Nay, Roses, I'm shaking you both because you obviously planned this because of Mac and Neffy. But to actually like answer the question, Ben's stupid enough to gamble on something.
That is very much a Ben characteristic.
Ben is very a Ben character. Is that what you said?
No, that is a very Ben
it's
characteristic.
like,
I don't worry, I heard it too for a second.
which characters or character do you enjoy writing for? I think each of the three of us will have a different answer. Fox, you go first.
I enjoy writing Ben because Ben is a character that's pretty close to me. I remember when Corey first asked me to voice Ben back in the start of like Haytide. It was mostly because like one, we're really good friends, and Ben's Corey's best friend, and two, just my voice fit the character.
I have two answers for completely different reasons. It is a tie between Zik and Chelsea. Zik, just for him as a character, just like writing his motives, morals, how he reacts to things. Chelsea I love writing just for the sake of memes. Just like anything that comes out of her mouth, in my opinion, is just heavily quotable. So I just love getting the opportunity to make her say fun stuff.
So, I'm not very involved in the writing process. I'm kind of there for the writing process, but I don't actually do most of the writing. But I do enjoy influencing Veronica's character in both series. Also, I'm kind of biased because Veronica is... Yes. So, I'm going to have to say Veronica because I'm very biased towards her. She's the most difficult character to write in either series.
That is a good question.
That might be. Speed here.
Is there a character that is like the main comedy of the series, like Sokka? I mean, I feel like that's kind of on you guys to decide. Like whoever you see as the comic relief character. I don't know if you're asking if there will be one in the future or if there is supposed to be one that's already been revealed.
They kind of all have their comic relief moments.
I think the closest character to Sokka might be Zik.
I have no idea as for.
Or Corey.
I have no idea as for like who I would say is the toughest character for me to write. I did want to add on to a character that I'm like that I enjoy writing. In the next few episodes, you will see them. That is all I will say. But it's a character I've been looking forward to write since the inception of the series.
When I made that post saying the next 3 episodes of Osmium are going to be wild, that was not an understatement. Or, sorry, that was not an overstatement. Probably was an understatement, but, yeah.
Understatement of the century. I will
Who's
not
the
be
most
elaborating as to
difficult
why.
character to write in the series? Wait, did you just answer that one, Fox?
The most difficult character?
Mhm.
I read that one. I didn't have an answer.
Oh.
What about you?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I know I just said I really enjoy writing Zik, but because I'm trying to, like, really flesh him out, I have to take a minute to, like, really think about what I want him to say, how to react. So I would say him. I would also say Ethan a little bit, too. I have to think a little bit more about, like, how they'd react to things. Versus, like, let's say a character Corey, where it kind of just comes right off the tongue, or you always know Chelsea's gonna say something quotable. Hers is just fun. It's not necessarily hard. Ben and Veronica, they're fine writing. I guess my biggest challenge is just, like, making sure they're not too... I write Ben and Veronica personally a little bit bland, in my opinion. That's something I gotta get better at. Fox is way better at fleshing him out than I am. I really like writing, like, the non-main trio characters, so... but I would say just for right now, probably Zik. Honestly, Ethan a little bit might be harder than Zik.
With the drafts of Osmium, were there characters that didn't make the cut? Or was every character within the Haytideverse going to be a part of Osmium? I did skip a question, so I will answer that real quick. Not Osmium specific, but what's everyone's favorite color and candy? Mine are red and like just chocolates. I like chocolate.
I like fruity candy. Yeah, like fruity gummy stuff. I don't know.
Red and black are my 2 favorite, and anything except for licorice.
Favorite
Sorry, Corey,
color,
I cut you
yellow
off.
and
That's
blue.
my bad.
No, it's okay. I didn't see the color part.
So, drafts of Osmium. There were very specific like characters that we wanted to include to complement the main trio. So, for example, we knew from the start that the main trio was going to be Corey, Ben, and Veronica. We wanted it to be, I think we discussed the potential of having it be Corey, Ben, and Lino, but due to like scheduling conflict reasons, we weren't able to get our Lino VA as frequently as we would like for that series, so we instead switched Lino out for Veronica, but we kept Lino in as like a call-in character that's a friend of the main group, so that when they're at a Pokemon Center they can chat and update and fun stuff, and it also hints to a future city that they are going to.
There are a couple Haytide characters that I will just outright say will not be shown in Osmium. Lizzie being one of them. Like, she's been like shown
Lizzie...
as an NPC, but she'll never be a focus.
Yeah, Lizzie will never be a focus. Lizzie was just... you can see her in episode, I think, like 3, talking to Sam. Vin is the Lino VA. Say hi to Vin.
Hi, Vin.
Hi, Vin.
But yeah, episode 3, towards the end, you can see Lizzie talking with Sam at the Poke Center counter before she walks off, and then the main gang walks up. As for who else will be shown, like, going forward, all I will say is that we have ideas. Keep watching the series.
Yeah. Will we...
But...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I just want to wrap this up with a neat little bow. We specifically chose Chelsea, Zik, and Ethan as complementary rivals to Corey, Ben, and Veronica, just due to their relationships in Haytide. So, for example, Chelsea and Veronica are both on the cheer team, but they have a heated rivalry in that show, so it makes sense to have them be the equivalent of cheerleaders or performers, Pokemon coordinators, and be rivals there. Ethan and Corey, they aren't so much rivals so much as they are like good friends that push each other to improve, you know, and like they inspire one another, kind of like how they were trying to do the rivals in X and Y. It's more of like that friend that wants you to keep succeeding, so they're gonna like push you to new heights. And then Ben and Zik, they have their moments. Like, you can obviously see that Ben doesn't really see Zik in a good light in Haytide when he just outright laughs. Like Corey joins Zik's club. But all I'm gonna say for that is keep watching both series if you want to see how that develops. Because my basis for Ben and Zik being rivals is their influences on one another in future episodes of Haytide.
You will get a lot of answers about that in September.
Veronica, Ben, and Corey. I'm sorry, but were you?
I was gonna go to reading, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Of Veronica, Ben, and Corey, which character in Osmium is more likely to become a champion and or future gym leader? I feel like Ben.
That would be Ben's aspiration. His goal is to become a champion. He outright says it in episode 1. Mainly to spite Zik, but also like as just something for him to do. Corey's in it for the fun of the adventure and being able to do all sorts of things, like, you know, catching a bunch of climbers with the professor, challenging the gym sounds fun, sure.
Next question.
Zik is also challenging the gyms to spite Ben. But Ben said, I would be a champion, and Zik is just like, not if I do it first.
I will say, I do think it would be fun to have just one just return for each place. Like they kind of like the anime where there's always that one remarkable guy that was just magically at every single contest ever. That could be a fun bit, but we've not decided yet.
Is it your internet stream lagging? The stream is kind of lagging. Also, Nephrite, I'm so sorry we didn't get to that question before you deleted it.
It was basically just asking who would be who would become champion, and who was the most. Champion material. Which we already kind of answered, so.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with
well, okay, that's Ben's aspiration, but we don't know what the future holds. That's all I'll say. Speaking of who is the mom of the group, the child, the ladies' man, and the angry one. We don't follow.
Veronica, like, Corey, Ben, Veronica, respectively.
Oh, okay.
Personally, that's how I see it, but...
Corey, let
my bad.
Right. Yeah, like okay. Sorry, there's just so many questions. Veronica is definitely the mom friend of the group. I feel like they all can be very childlike. None of them are really flirtatious. The main focus isn't like relationships in this series. If you want your more relationship driven show, go watch Haytide. Gerudo Valley and a Pokemon mix. Yeah, it's probably Glitch City route. That one doesn't route in Hoenn. And then as for who is the quote-unquote angry one, that's more like Zick or Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ben does have his temper.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well,
I
but
was-
not like to Zuko level.
I was gonna say I don't think there is really a ladies' man. I didn't mean to say Ben for the there's not really a flirtatious character, but I guess like when you think if you're thinking angry as in spiteful, then yeah, I would say Zick or Chelsea. But if you're just saying somebody who's short-tempered, that's why I kind of went with Veronica. But yeah,
Veronica.
And Veronica both have a tendency to be short-tempered.
Yeah, it's just in the blue family genes.
yeah.
Does one of the characters have a sad backstory, and then if so, will there be a backstory episode? Watch the series to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can fix the lag of the stream. We might just have to deal with it, sadly.
Unfortunately,
I think
yeah.
it's just because I've probably been streaming for over an hour that my computer is probably giving out now.
I mean, it might
Yeah.
help if you turned off the shaders.
No, it's not on my game's end. It's on OBS's end.
It's OBS. It's the stream.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Is Lino ever short-tempered? Not to the degree of like Ben or the others.
Yeah.
And that's more a Haytide trait of Lino's than Osmium.
Yeah.
While the characteristics of the characters are very similar across the both series, they do have some notable differences as well.
Like you can tell Veronica is a lot more childlike in Osmium in comparison to Haytide. Just like with the way that she carries herself. Lino, being the academic in Haytide, of course, would focus more on that and would like flip her lid if her friends were, you know, slacking on their academic studies. Here, there really isn't a reason for that. Like, yeah, they went to trainer school, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're, you know.
Ooh. Can I answer the next question?
I haven't even seen the next question, so go ahead.
What are the characters' birthdays and will they be celebrating it? Corey's birthday is August 4th.
yeah.
Veronica's birthday is September 3rd. Or not, was it September 3rd? What did we, I think it was September 3rd.
Hang on. We do have a character birthdays thing for Haytide.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is Veronica a fucking Virgo? Sorry.
Language!
Whoa, we do
Sorry.
not condone
They're
swearing. Whoa, banned.
Now they split.
Banned! You are banned!
You are
Banned.
banned from my Christian Minecraft server.
Sorry, I'm
Oh. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so Veronica's birthday. That was episode 3 of Haytide, wasn't it?
Fox, check art in the production server.
I will in a moment. I'm kind of focused on this real quick.
Okay.
And episode 3 was the. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I see it. I'm looking at the updated Haytide timeline. So Veronica's birthday is September 18th.
Yes, Veronica's a Virgo. This is a joke. I have nothing against Virgos.
Did we finish answering the question?
I just wanted to give you Veronica's. Hang on. I can.
Okay.
I have the years here. Ethan's birthday is in May. I think we have a day. Hang on, I need to open up the May sheet now for that. May 21st. Corey's birthday. You have Corey's birthday, right?
That's just my birthday.
Yeah. Ben's birthday is in January. It is January 11th.
Okay, knew it was January. Hi, Theo. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Theo.
What's Lino's
What
birthday?
is Lino's birthday? Lino's birthday is... Give me 1 second. I need to take a look. She was born in July. I don't have their birthdays written down for July
Neffy, do you want to
in my timeline.
plug this stream in the streams tab in MCTV? That would be nice. I would, but I'm playing Minecraft.
But at any rate, their birthdays are not something that is important for Osmium.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever celebrate them because that's just
In
like the whole
Haytide,
holidays thing.
absolutely.
I was gonna say just like the whole holidays thing. That's something that we'd focus on in Haytide rather than Osmium. That's not.
Yeah,
the focus of
Haytide.
Osmium.
Haytide is more character driven. Osmium is more plot driven. Although, Haytide is like, it does have a plot. That's like still focus. What I mean is, in Osmium, you're gonna see a lot more of the story than you are going to see the characters like dynamic and development.
You could
Versus
say,
Haytide has a lot more character development.
yeah, I was gonna say Haytide is character driven, Osmium is plot driven. So they both have both aspects, but each of them are just driven by one or the other.
Yeah. I think I saw a question earlier. I'm so sorry for like skipping it. It's just chat keeps going and going and going. I saw a question that was talking about the main. Yeah, here we go. Main inspiration for the main villain team. That has to do with some of the plot of, or the lore of the region. But Team Monarch is because, you know, they use bug types. So Monarch Butterfly. And then we thought, well, Monarchs, like, you know, kings, queens, royalty in general, let's make their whole thing like, you know, knights instead of grunts. And so that's why we have Team Monarch Knights and other ranks which are yet to be revealed. Stay tuned for more. Going back to the questions, what is the character's favorite foods? That's not really something we thought about.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever really gonna be a focus. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, we've not really scripted everything just yet, so who knows? That could be said
We're not
at
gonna
one point.
script that. Can I at least answer for Veronica?
Sure.
Sure.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled
Yeah,
cheese
real.
and tomato soup.
Real.
As a Leo myself, Theo, I agree.
As a Capricorn myself, hi. Smile.
Hi,
December or January?
January.
Good, we can still be friends.
You are something else.
I'm sorry, I have beef with December Capricorn.
Beef with December Capricorns.
I have yet to meet a nice December Capricorn.
Specifically December.
Just like
Yes.
Pixel Dip, will you make other series other than Pixelmon or Haytide? Yes.
We haven't put too much thought.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. However, like what Fox was saying, very rough in works, will not be released for a long time. I really just want to focus on Haytide and Osmium right now before I A, add more on my plate, B, start thinking too far ahead. So, yeah, don't expect any new third series coming out anytime soon.
It's better for us in the long run to focus on what we've got right now than start a new project.
I will say though, I believe as long as we keep this thing going and we finish one of the series, then for sure there will be something after coming out. I just do not want to say what it would be.
I will say that Osmium will probably end before Haytide. Just because Osmium, like we've said, is going to be 3 seasons.
I've not said yet how many seasons Haytide is. That's not a public thing yet. So
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I'm just saying Osmium is 3 seasons.
Yeah. Haytide will last longer than Osmium. So when Osmium ends, you'll get something.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll keep you fed.
We will keep you fed. Yeah.
Will there be not in this channel? If I ever make content that is not MCTV related, I cannot do it on this channel. That will hurt my channel with the algorithm. So it would be on my my Corey Pokemon channel. I'm thinking that's where everything else is gonna go for right now. So
that, or we would make a separate channel for like in-character stuff.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Well, I don't know, you could say keep an eye out, but I currently don't really have anything planned. Just because my plate is full.
Will there be in-character Let's Plays?
That's a tough, because like
it is a tough thing because like getting everyone together, conflicts of schedule, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I should, because Corey, there was that thing. Am I allowed to bring up that thing?
I don't know what you're referring to. Is it Pokemon related?
No.
Okay, then no. Because I was gonna share one thing that I had planned with Shadakiwi. That I don't know if I was gonna do in character or not. So I guess now that I think of it, I guess from the previous question, there is going to be a Let's Play. I've been kind of grouping up a few other Cobblemon people to just like do a few live streams on a server, just for fun, just like a little campaign, and then be done with it. But nothing big.
Corey, check the executive chat.
Okay.
A bit off topic, but what's your favorite Pokemon game? / gen. So, I actually haven't played any of the official games, but I do have a favorite fan game, and that would be Infinite Fusion. I want them to add more regions to Infinite Fusion.
My favorite game, hard to pick, but for me, people are gonna hate me for this because I started on Gen 6, so my filter for Pokemon is kind of wonky, but I really love Gen 9. I'd say either Gen 9 or Gen 7 is my favorite. Gen 9 for the characters, Gen 7 for the overall like setting.
Gen 9 I actually really like. I know a lot of people dunk on it. I love Gen 9. I despise Gen 8 so much. Oh my god. I hate Gen 8. Gen 5 is probably my favorite, but I have a lot of nostalgia for Gen 4, so I want to say Gen 4. So it wavers between 4 and 5. But Gen 9 is kind of up there. It just, I don't know, it's just because it was just so refreshing compared to Gen 8 for me. Or what, but I don't know, I see this as I've never finished the DLC. But I wasn't a fan of the DLC. But I was a fan of the main game. So. I'm just imagining Lino, Corey, Ben, Veronica, and others playing Among maybe we will say something. Back in March, we actually recorded an Among Us video in character. I have the footage, but I don't want to release it until I decide if I'm going to like do those regularly in character gaming videos. And it would not be posted on the main channel because, like I said earlier, it would affect the algorithm with my channel. So I gotta be smart about that stuff. That's why I privated a lot of things recently, and I will say that did kind of restart my recommendations viewing wise from YouTube. But long term, it's going to push my stuff out more. So I just gotta get over this hurdle, this hump. Sure, Vin, you can say that. I won't, but you can. I know you're joking, but I don't really care. They're playing Undertale now.
Undertale.
It's not even lo-fi. It's just the freaking.
It's literally just
Undertale's-
hopes and dreams.
It's literally just hopes and dreams. Like a Tommy in it.
What's your favorite Pokemon that you've released thus far?
Jara Honey.
Akita Thorn.
Well, actually, wait. Well, oh, Fakemon. Densorian Solosis is cool. But Jara Honey will always have a place in my heart. I will also say Akita Thorn has a huge place in my heart. That's a very old mon I made.
The
But
Undertale fan in me just
Second
jumped.
for me.
Didn't Fiora also stream that as well?
I did stream it. I
yeah.
did not release it as a VOD. I did not keep the VOD, but I did stream that while it was
Yeah,
going on.
and there's footage like out there. I think I have footage saved on like a mega folder or something.
no, I have all the footage saved on my computer. So if I ever want to turn it into anything, I can. It's just
It's
A,
just-
a big thing to edit. B, I don't know.
It would have to be a thing when we decide on doing more of those.
Yeah.
So I have a question,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
because this is never really something that we've discussed.
Mhm.
So I know we have quite a few artists in the community.
Mhm.
My question is, would we ever host an art contest?
Ooh, that would be a that would be a great thing.
So
I'm sorry, I could just see Roses is freaking out over a section of Hopes and
Pedum.
Penumbra Phantasm. Oh, jeez, that's like an inside joke and a hyperfixation for me. So off topic. But yeah, the art contest. I feel like that would be a cool community thing we could consider. Especially like we could host it on like maybe Twitter or someplace.
I'd love to see people's takes on different things, and like we could have themes for the art
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah, and maybe like we could showcase the art in the credits,
Mhm.
like for the winner.
It'd be a great way to expand it, to expand people's awareness of it too.
Maybe we could also commission
We
the
should talk
winner
about that
to
after.
draw like official promotional art for an episode or something. Who knows? Who knows?
I feel like that's something we should talk more about off stream, so that we don't give anybody too
Yeah.
many ideas.
Yeah, it's just a ball rattling around in my skull right now. Have any of you guys
I
have
already
any
know the
big
answer to the
fans of your
question.
series?
It's Silver.
Yeah,
The answer
yes,
is
Silver. You are like
Silver.
one of our #1 fans.
I feel like
see
you just
you on
wanted us
every
to say
community
your
post.
name. I feel like you just wanted to say your name.
Yeah,
Be honest.
if there's a art contest. Would I be held? That's for off stream.
Yeah, that's off stream conversation.
Mhm.
Remember Gartic Phone? Add those drawings in Gartic Phone.
I still have those saved. We gotta do another Gartic phone.
Yeah,
Oh my god. That's something I definitely would want to. If we end up doing more in-game, like video game stuff.
In-character stuff.
In-character, sorry. Video game stuff. Gartic phone is definitely something I'd want to do.
oh yeah. Gartic phone and like maybe Jackbox or something. I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah, Jackbox. But like the more creative
Absolutely.
Jackbox stuff. Like,
TKO. Beb Undertale.
I
oh yeah,
this-
Beb
So,
Undertale.
now this probably isn't very plausible, but something that I would like love to see that I know is probably never going to happen purely because of how difficult these things are. Almost
Mhm.
messed up there. Didn't. Almost messed
Mhm.
up there. It would be to do something like this. I would love to see an in-character Arc server.
Arc.
Oh, Arc? I've never played Arc.
I've never played Arc. I know Pun does, so we could do, if it were to be a thing, which I'm not saying that it is, but if it were to be a thing, we could have it be like a Kyle and Veronica, like, showing off how to play thing.
Oh, I did not mean to
And
do
like
that.
Kyle and Veronica were friends, so
Yeah, they're
they've
pretty good
interacted.
friends.
I don't know how much of their
Dynamic.
friendship we want to bring up because we haven't really gone into it.
I mean, it's already been like, if you're talking about like the homecoming incident, that's literally an episode thing.
I'm more so talking, we haven't really gone into their dynamic. We know that they're close enough that they hang out, considering the fact that...
Mhm.
Yeah, you really
Ooh.
sensed it. Considering the fact that Kyle was literally in Veronica's bedroom for,
Yeah,
a scene.
it's like when Ben and Kyle became friends, Kyle became friends with Veronica by like going over to Ben's house and meeting her.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you who don't know, and we have gotten a question asking if Veronica is going to be shipped with anybody, that was
No.
an interesting question. No, Veronica is canonically Arrow Ace and will not be having any sort of romantic relationship with anybody.
It's never really been
However-
explicitly said, so we'll just say it here.
However, going into Kyle and Veronica's relationship, they are very close friends.
I'm noticing some people are leaving. I will say that we're probably gonna wrap up in about 15 minutes or so because I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Has there been a character in Osmium or Haytide that you just did not
Didn't
want to
wanna
write?
write.
No.
No. Each character is entertaining for me to write. In their own aspect. Ben, because I get to like sort of insert myself into his shoes pretty easily and be like, okay, what would I say or what would I do in this situation? Corey, I just think of you, Corey. Or I try to, at least. I try to be like, okay, how would Corey go about doing this? Same thing with Fiera, just because like the way that the characters have molded and been shaped over time allows for that. Chelsea's fun. I like writing Mean Girl Chelsea a lot, especially. I don't know if it was me or you that wrote the no silly, the entire or no silly, just one room. Yes, the entire house.
Episode 12 is pretty much me.
Yeah. But I do like bits where she shows like false niceness only to just like snap.
Yeah.
Ethan is a very level-headed character, and that's absolutely needed in this group.
It's needed, but I will say he's not my favorite to write. Doesn't mean that I don't like writing him. I just can't have as much fun writing him as I do with other characters.
Yeah. Case in point, Zik. I love being able to write Zik just being erratic, you know? Just like saying something so out of pocket that makes you stop and think and go, wait, what did you just say? There's another character, like I said earlier, who will show up later in the series that I also really enjoy writing.
We're going to answer maybe 3 more questions or so, and then we're going to wrap up, because it is getting late for all of us, so... Silver, I just want to say happy late birthday, because you wished me one before you go, and I hope to see you in the future, whether it's a stream, or a premiere, or the community post, so... Yeah. I guess I'll answer a question that was never asked. I want to do more of those like Pokedex entry stuff. I just need to charge my tablet because that has all the official artwork on it. And I just haven't done that. So once I do that, I will post more of those entry things. Some of the Fakemon that have been shown don't have official artwork yet. Actually, just one of them. I need to draw artwork for Jara Honey. So.
Well, wait, hang on. No, doesn't Jar Honey have official artwork that we used in the episode?
No, we never showed the Pokedex entry for Jara Honey.
Oh, right, yeah.
And Greolium and
that was
Lenuz
Veronica only.
Greolium and Lenuz only have artwork from like a couple years ago when I initially designed them. I made artwork, so otherwise they wouldn't have any either, but they do. All right. I think we're just gonna answer maybe one more question because it's kind of calm. I don't want to wait like 20 minutes for 3 questions.
Yeah, one more question.
And then we'll head off. We won't rate anybody.
First come, first serve.
Jara Honey, my beloved, best Fakemon. Lol. I'm hoping Neffy's whipping up the best question in existence.
I love how we said we were going to build. All we did was just make this flat plane.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, did you smooth it out for me?
Yeah, I smoothed it out.
Oh, I was gonna smooth 2020 on it, but when it was done. But thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that grows just as hard. What is everyone's favorite animal? Lion.
Fox.
Well,
Do we want to end it there?
No.
so much more now.
So much build up. One final question. First come, first serve. What's your favorite animal? 3 answers. Pause for a second. Okay,
what the
bye.
actual heck are you
Just
doing in my
cut
house?
it.
Excuse me, what the actual heck are you doing in my house?
Excuse me. But yeah, ask away. I will say maybe for the final question we can actually like give you a little teaser of something to come.
If we have anything.
Yeah. Oh, weren't you gonna show off the thumbnail at the end of the stream as well? Or
No. I showed that in the community post today, and then for the next Osmium episode, I'll show that when we get closer to the release date.
Gotcha.
That's something that we can share that I meant to today. So Haytide, obviously Haytide episode's coming out Sunday. That's what I'll be working on when we're done. And then, yeah, we'll say when the next Osmium episode comes out, August 25th. So
Yep, mark your
exactly
calendars.
2 weeks after the Haytide releases. So 2 weeks from this upcoming Sunday. So that's something we can reveal. What types of memes would the cast be?
There's so many. Do you have any idea how? Nay, what the heck?
Nay. I'm sorry. That's a interesting question, Neffy.
Yeah, both questions are interesting. Number one, because like, do you have any idea how many memes there are, and like how we're able to narrow that down to these characters?
I feel like Corey gives off the Lemon Party wishes to blow up Toronto, but
I have no idea what you're talking about there, Chief. I feel like if anyone wanted to do a Haytide / Osmium characters as memes thing, like as a community thing, absolutely go for it. I love seeing those kinds of videos.
You know what? Neffy, you know what meme Jara Honey would definitely be?
What the fuck?
He's gonna leave.
Jara
that.
Honey when Veronica comes along and sit with a swine up.
But yeah, I would like to answer one more question, just like based around the series itself.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bread's got my back.
Neffy.
I also kind of want to give them a reason to like look forward to the next few episodes, but I don't know. I don't know what you'd be okay with me dropping.
Night,
I
Neffy.
think all I'll say before we end the stream, because we're going to in like 30 seconds. All I'll say is when it comes to the next few Osmium episodes, take a close look at the intro. For Osmium, I'll give you some hints. That's all I'm gonna say. And with that, if you two are okay with it, I think that's a stream. If you want to like
Eats crayon.
Ben eats crayon.
Okay, no. I am going to say something. Hang on. I just want to. Okay, yeah, 2014. Ben plays Destiny, and he does pick Titan.
That's
Destiny 1 came out in 2014. Haytide is supposed to be around 2014 and some change.
Yeah, the next episode we're
Veronica's a
releasing is the
Starry
first
girl, for
episode
real,
that takes
for real.
place in 2015. So, so with that,
Veronica's
Who are
definitely
the
a
main
starting
cast?
girl.
Okay, hang on. This will be our last question,
Yeah.
like genuinely.
mhm.
Who would the main cast consider the most important person in their lives?
For Corey, Sam,
Veronica would be Ben.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I leave it up to you, Fox, for who Ben looks up to.
See, because here's the thing: there are three like big answers for him.
Mm-hmm.
Corey is the best. Yeah, Corey's the best friend. Lino is. I mean, Lino is the girlfriend, which we've seen in the winter special episode, and Veronica is the sister. I feel like Ben would have a hard time trying to like even decide
Yeah.
who would be his favorite.
Just remember, Veronica knows all of Ben's secrets.
No.
All right.
Be careful, Ben.
And
She's
with
got dirt on you.
that, we're gonna wrap up. I hope y'all had fun.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for coming to our Q&A.
Certainly had a lot of fun, and I will see you guys later. Bye.